Hi Guy, today I want to try and kickstart a bit of a discussion, so that's been on my mind recently. A simple question is, what sort of collector are you? Do you tend to just buy games just for bunging on a shelf? Do you like to buy them in the wrapper and keep them stashed away somewhere? Or do you like to buy to play? Or do you have like a specific goal in mind that you try to reach? Say you bought a Neo Geo Pocket, and I think there's about 45 games for that, and maybe you just try to collect them all and stash them away somewhere special without ever playing them. Just basically, what type of collector are you? Personally, for myself, I tend to get to buy games that I want just to play. I'll go on YouTube or Google or various forums, just try and look up different types of games, like say like an RPG. So I'll go on various forums and say, what game can you recommend? It's like someone recently recommended Luna 2 on the Sega CD. First response to that was to ask a few more people what they thought of it. Had a look on YouTube, like the site of the videos on there, and even read a couple of reviews. Seemed like a fairly good game, so it went on the purchase list, and I've got a copy sat upstairs waiting to be opened. And then it works that way with me for various other games as well. Things like, I very rarely buy games that are sealed in the wrapper. I do have one or two which I think will become particularly rare later on in time. Like one perfect example is the one of the Persona games. I think Persona 3 FES. I think it cost me about £15 from Amazon when it first when it came out. I bought 2 copies. Just because it's one of those niche games that I just know the value will go up to crazy amounts. A bit like Shadow of the Colossus and the other Team Ico game, just Ico. So I think sometimes it's a good idea to buy them new like that. You keep one behind. But besides that, besides the odd bit of insanity with keeping games, I always try to buy a game literally just to play. You've seen me doing quite a lot of package videos. Literally as soon as they come through the door, I open them, even if some of them are wrapped, and if they're not rare, I'll rip them over straight away, bung them in the systems, start playing. I've no problem with that. Overall, personally, I have no goal to reach. I'm not trying to collect every SNES game, every NES game, Mega Drive, PC Engine, blah blah, anything like that. I'm just literally trying to get as many games I can get my hands on. When I do that, it is a bit of a pain when it comes to things like RPGs, because they do need a lot of time spending on. And there has been at times like the Ease games, the YS titles. When I got the first 2, I must have spent a good 4 or 5 days, probably 3 to 4 hours at some time, just try to work my way through them. But obviously with so many games coming through all the time, me wanting to play different titles, it just sort of got pushed to one side, and I've not really been back to it. There are quite a few games like that, but I have found that what tends to happen is it comes in dribs and drabs with me, and like a month or so down the line I might suddenly think, yeah, I fancy returning to that game, I'll go back to it. Like one game, for the 3DO that was recently recommended was Star Control 2. Now sadly I've not been able to get a copy for that because it is rare as buggery on eBay. It very rarely comes up, and despite having waiting several weeks trying to get a copy, usually come up for about £25–30 a time. In the end I had to download it just to see what it was all about. Again, it was one of them games I'm glad I did. Absolutely fantastic, and I still want to add it to my collection. I must have put about 12 or 13 hours playtime into that. I got a good way into exploring the game universe, but yeah, sadly again I had more games coming, and I wanted to keep on top of the videos for you guys, so again that got put to one side. But I have a feeling that eventually I'm going to go back to that, but I might even just wait until I can finally get my hands on a copy fresh from eBay. So yeah, that's sort of like what I'm like with collecting, and I'd be interested to know what you guys like, what you're into, what you think about the situation, what your own collections are like, and if possible, put a video response up, or as always, I will respond to comments below the video. Yeah, so I just hope I haven't bored you just yabbering on there, but as always, I'll do my best to have another video up soon, and thanks for watching.